Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle wider, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org. For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
You work hard for those you love, putting in long hours because your family's hopes and dreams are worth saving for. That's why Bighorn Federal offers multiple ways to save. Our products can help you start saving for more immediate needs and future goals today. Talk to your local branch about an interest-bearing checking or savings account, education IRA, Roth IRA, CD, or health savings account from Bighorn Federal. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
You are now locked in with Thermopolis Bobcat Football right here on 1017 KDNO. And now, your voices of the Bobcat football season, WYO Today's Kevin Simpson and Kevin Gerber.
All right, hey folks, welcome to Thermopolis Football. We are here as I'm Kevin Gerber alongside Kevin Simpson as we get ready to go into week 8 of Bobcat football, and this is a really important week. I mean, they all are important, but it kind of leads up to this one. Bobcats do kind of control their own fate here in this one, that they have to win the game in order to make the playoffs, but there's also a little caveat to that too. They also have to win by 5 points or more. If it's less than 5 points, then Lovell will still get the tiebreaker in point differential in other games and things. And I don't understand the whole, how they do all the tiebreakers and everything, but that's kind of the way it comes down. Ultimately it comes down, Bobcats need to win by 5 or more points. They do that, they get to play another week. If they're unable to do that, then this is where the season ends. And so, for the Bobcat players, Bobcat fans, we're hoping for a big win, and it's coming up to Lovell for their senior night. They're actually celebrating their seniors right now tonight, and so a big game here, Kev, for the Bobcats. They've kind of got to step up their offense. I mean, you're going to go through some of the some of the stats of where we are as a team and things like that too, and what we're going to have to do and keys to the game and such as we get into it. But what are you seeing tonight?
I mean, like you said, I don't understand all the math either.
Right.
I sat down with Coach Bowker, and she tried to make me understand, which I'm not sure he completely understands how it all either, because I don't understand how you have the same record as somebody and then you can beat them but still not hold that tiebreaker on the points differential, which comes down to a whole thing of, last week, can you run the score up to make that points differential bigger, which is possible. I think Lovell went out and put 50 up on Kemmer, I think, last week. So I'm sure that played into the 5 points that we see tonight. A lot of stuff happening for the Bobcats. Lovell, it's we're truly under Friday Night Lights tonight for the first time probably ever. The
and on the road.
And on the road, it starts, under the lights instead of like we've been used to starting, sun goes down and halfway through the game the lights come on. But I'm looking out there. We got some Bobcat fans showing up to support the Bobcats, and I'm sure we'll have some of the bigger participation. Talk about crowd for a road game, but it's going to be a tough task for the Bobcats, I think. And Lovell historically has been a pretty good football team. Probably, if you want to talk about in most recent years, this year's probably one of the more down years in terms of record-wise. I mean, last couple of years they've been right there at the top or first or second, and really no doubt of whether they're going to make the playoffs or not. So tonight's kind of their first scare in a couple of years, at least since I've been calling Lovell Bobcat game playing Lovell. That Lovell's in danger of missing the playoffs even. So we can get into numbers a little later in our pregame, but it's a team that we can put up points for sure, and I know that's where the Bobcats have struggled. And so it's going to be, can you control the clock and keep the ball out of their hands type of game.
Well, let me ask you this. Obviously, we're going to talk about their offense and how through the air, how prolific they are with that and everything. But because of exactly what you said and what we've been talking about all year with the Bobcats being a young team, how do you see that playing out? Because sometimes, a team that maybe really hasn't been there for a while, maybe the Bobcats can come in and play a little looser because they don't feel that pressure of being in the playoff, year after year after year, where Lovell's kind of now on that bubble. Having not been a bubble team, do you see maybe them tightening up at senior night, doing some of those things where they tighten up and the Bobcats can take advantage of that?
That's a great question, I guess. But it's kind of one of those things where they've been there before. They know what it takes to win those tough games. Obviously, Bobcats a lot less experience on their roster, very heavy on the sophomore freshman class. I'm kind of glancing over at our roster that we have over here for Lovell. I'm seeing a fair amount of seniors and a lot of juniors. So I don't know. Is it going to be one of those things where, do we play loose because we haven't been there, or does the Lovell squad say, hey, guys, we're seniors. We've been here before. We know what it takes to take care of business, too.
Yeah, and I mean, it all comes down to, teenagers responding to different kinds of pressure. Bobcats really striving to make the playoffs for the first time in a while, and Lovell trying to keep their streak alive of being in the playoffs. So yeah, it's kind of like which group of teenagers, ultimately they're all young, who responds really well to coming in. And you're hearing some crowd noise and cheers and stuff as the Bobcats are running back out onto the field. And Yeah, they're it'll be exciting to see how they do today and see what they're able to do. So, Kev, do you want to come back and do the coaches interview, or do you want to come back and do some keys to the game?
I think we come back, we'll do the coaches interview, and then
Okay.
we'll kind of talk about some of the things I spoke with Coach Bowker.
Yeah, that sounds great. So we're going to take a quick break from our sponsors. This is Kevin and Kevin on 101.7 KDNO, and also those of you streaming live on YouTube channel on the Wild Today. We appreciate you spending some time with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with that interview with Coach Bowker right after this.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
Dairyland and Hot City Coffee. It's your destination for your coffee fix or the perfect spot for lunch. The place you know for afternoon fun is also where you can try their full menu of burgers, specialty lattes, and blended drinks. Don't forget to try the ice cream varieties and sweet treats too. Open 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays. Find them at 510 Park Street. Dairyland and Hot City Coffee, your hole-in-one choice for Thermopolis.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Kevin Simpson sitting down here with Bobcat head coach Boone Bowker. Pleasure is yours as always.
As always.
As always. Last week, the Bobcats go to Cokeville, take a loss, 35-6. Really kind of a big game in terms of like tipping point for the Bobcat season. Kind of need to come out of there with a win. But what was your synopsis of that game, and what were the big differences that led to the Panthers being victorious in that game?
Well, we had, I think, 33 total offensive snaps, and they had about 63. So they doubled essentially what we did. So looking at it during the game, you could tell defensively we came out, we got them out of their favorite stuff, got them throwing the ball. They made some miracle passes. But just looking at our offense, they just don't look as confident as our defense. And so we had to sit down as coaches and really analyze what we're doing. Why aren't our kids confident on offense like they are on defense? And got a little bit in the works. Can't change much with the potentially last game of the season now, but just trying to increase our kids' confidence on offense is huge.
Again, last regular season game for the Bobcats, depending on what happens Friday. Always wanting to end that season with a full complement of players. What's your roster size look like compared to the start of the season, and what are there any health issues going into the last game?
We are relatively healthy. Everybody on the football team is in weight training. They lifted in the summer. They've been lifting for a while now, and it's showing up. Their bodies are holding up to it. We got a couple kids out with concussions. But other than that, everybody else is not feeling too banged up, and they're good to go.
Well, this week the Bobcats finished the regular season heading to Lovell to face another stout opponent in the Bulldogs. We talked about this off air a little bit, but according to you, and football math, we know every PE teacher likes math. You have to not only win versus Lovell, but you have to beat them by 5 or more points, correct?
Yes.
So talk to me about the magnitude of that game and the psychological preparation before we get into the X's and O's of things.
Just talking to the boys and the coaches, all it takes is 5. We go out, we execute on offense, we follow our game plan this week. We're going to take as much time off the clock while moving the ball as we can, keep the ball out of their hands as much as we can, and just talking to the kids, all it takes is 5. We want 5 yards when we run the ball. We want 5 yards every time we do something, and all it takes is 5 points to win this one, and we are in.
Get 5, right? There you go. 5. You ran the gauntlet of what seems to be the best rushing teams in 2A, and now you face the #1 passing offense in 2A football, averaging 213 yards a game. Davin Crosby averaging 253 all-purpose yards a game, so he's a pretty good offensive weapon. How do you key in and defend that type of weapon?
We got to play really good in the secondary. We haven't been tested too much. We were real run heavy against Cokeville, and they got out and started passing the ball around a little bit. Theirs was a little unorthodox, but I feel like we match up better against the spread team with our coverages and the way our defense can disguise stuff. I'm hoping to take that ball away from them. They got some good wide receivers out there, and they got a little bit of speed when they want to hit a little short pass too, and they turn that into big plays.
So offensively, you kind of mentioned it, tweaking a couple things going into this last regular season game. You game plan that you face a lot of tough defenses. This one does give up some yardage, about 300 yards a game as well. So tell me any of those offensive tweaks that we're going to maybe see going into the last game of the season.
Well, we're really drilling back to the basics, really drilling, trying to simplify it even more than we can, just to see if we can increase that confidence. Lovell's linebackers are disciplined, but they're not aggressive. They like to, I call it slow till you know. So they slow flow to everything until they know where the ball's at. So I think we can take advantage of that with our option. Then just try to get the ball into the flats and move the ball and milk that clock as much as we can.
All right, now let's get into rapid fire.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. This week's rapid fire is going to be a Would You Rather segment. I'm going to give you a scenario. You tell me which one you'd rather do, and you have to pick one. You don't get to opt out.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather have to read aloud every word you saw or sing everything that you said out loud?
Read every word.
Okay. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions or tattoos that appear all over your body depicting what you did the day prior?
I'd go with skin changing color.
Would you rather live in a cave or a treehouse?
Cave.
Would you rather have a face or neck tattoo of your choosing or a lower back tattoo of someone else's choosing?
I'm going to go a lower back tattoo.
Which sport would you rather learn and play professionally, curling or Australian rules football?
Oh, curling.
Would you rather find $5 on the ground or find all your missing socks?
$5 on the ground.
Would you rather have to drink 10 raw eggs for breakfast every day or eat cold soup for dinner the rest of your life?
Oh, 10 raw eggs. Did that already.
Would you rather be summer all year long but not be able to go outside or winter all year long and have to go outside?
Yeah, that one's a tough one. Gotta go winter.
Would you if you were on a reality show, would it rather be the Kardashians or Naked and Afraid?
Naked and Afraid.
And the last one, would you rather win one state title and only one and never win another game the rest of your life or finish second every year?
Gotta go with the state title. Second place hurts a lot.
Right.
Doing that every year. Ooh.
All right, well, thanks for your time and good luck versus the Lovell Bulldogs.
Thanks, Kevin.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on, and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses, and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
All right, and welcome back to Thermopolis Bobcat Football here on 101.7 KDNO with Kevin and Kevin. And again, thank you for spending time this evening with us. final regular season game for the Thermopolis Bobcats. Hopefully not the final season of the game, though. And
the season of the game?
Or of the last game of the season. There we go. Also, we just want to see Bobcats come out and get a win. And those of you that didn't hear before, they do need to win by 5 or more points tonight in order to make it into the playoffs. And I like that emphasis from Coach Bowker from that interview, Kev, where he's talking about, the rule of 5, and it's like 5 yards at a time, 5 points. Everything was just in that number 5, and just keeping it in the minds of the players all week long as they get ready for this final regular season game. And I do have to tell you that you and I were talking during the little break there that we might have to reference the quick fire there questions that you had there of some of his answers on if he remembered his answers prior to then previous or latter answers. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and continue with the Gotchi pregame here. And again, thank you to Gotchi for sponsoring our pregame show. And speaking of that, let's go into our Edwards Jones keys to the game presented by Travis Winger. What do you have for us, Kev?
Yeah, well, having a plan is one of the keys to a successful future. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Edward Jones and your local financial advisor, Travis Winger. And the first key that I have is we've talked about before, and it's no secret. Bobcats not exactly the biggest team out there, so I'm going to say be physical. I'm looking at Lovell's roster, and I'm seeing 265, 225. We got 299, I think, up there, 230 pounds. So they got some big boys out there, and Thermop's going to have a tough task on that front line with those guys. The second one I've got is defend the pass. We've got Davin Crosby. He can throw that ball. He throws for 211 yards a game. Big wide receiver out there, Owen Walker, 6'6". So defending the pass is going to be really tough for the Bobcats. And the other one that you mentioned, the biggest key is not only win tonight, but win by 5 or more. So those are your Travis Winger, Edward Jones keys to the game. And I think we're going to roll for a minute, and we're going to do the national anthem.
That's right. We'll be right back after this.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
All right, and we're back here right after the Star Spangled Banner here as we're getting ready to kick off, and it looks like we're getting starters called out here, so we're going to do the same. And Kev, who are our Sutherland's starting lineup tonight?
Well, we'll start with your offensive linemen, and pretty much who we've had all season long. We've got sophomore number 75, Cruz Mascaro, number 60, junior Logan Defoe, also a junior number 77, Brody Sorensen, and then 2 seniors to round out that offensive line. We've got number 52, Jarek Jeffs, and number 71, Mason Reese. Moving over to your skill position players, wide receiver, junior number 1, Dell Dukes is out there. Alongside him on the other side is Zach Hasty, number 2. Then we'll move over. It looks like we got both Aaron's brothers tonight starting out there at that running back wide receiver combo. Number 32 junior Chris Aarons and number 23 junior Ryan Aarons. In the backfield tonight, we've got number 4 Zane Stam Jr. and then your sophomore quarterback tonight, number 12 Armani Dukes, and that's your Bobcat starting lineup.
All right, and thanks again to all of our sponsors here tonight as we bring you Thermopolis Bobcat Football on 101.7 KDNO and also on the YouTube WYO Today channel. If you haven't, even though this is the potential, or it's the last regular season game for the Bobcats, also we try to bring the boys and girls Bobcat basketball teams to you as well. And so subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and then that'll get us get you notified when our games are getting ready to start. We usually try to get those a couple minutes before we do go completely on air so you can get set up and ready and on your screen. So again, thanks to everybody for doing that. Looks like we're going to be a little bit quick, maybe even before the end of the warm-up time here as it shows 4 minutes. But as they finish up our starting lineups, we're going to take another quick break here, and we'll be ready for a game right after this.
Wyoming Waste hopes that all Fremont County sports teams dismiss their opponents like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste services Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
All right, and we're back here, and that will finish up our Gotchi pregame show. And with that, we're going to get started right in here with the game. Looks like we're going to start a little bit earlier than it showed, so we're going to get that going, and we'll go from there. And yeah, it looks like Bobcats are going to receive, so my guess would be that they won the toss, or that Lovell won the toss and deferred. So like we heard Kev there, Coach Bowker kind of wanting to, hold on to the ball as long as possible, try to get long drives going. Ball will go to Nolan Collins as he hands the ball off to Del Dukes on a
reverse.
Yeah, good stiff arm there, but unable to get through it as number 11 Braxton Felkins tackled Del, but kickoff did go to Nolan Collins, and then he did a little end around there with Del Dukes trying to get around on the edge there. So Bobcats with the ball first, and we'll see how we go. We kind of have tight quarters here, Kev, with our camera, so if you see it moving around a little bit, it'll just be to give you guys the best viewing as we can as we go through here.
Trying to see through the glare on the window, so
right.
we got all kinds of stuff here.
Yeah, but it's all right. Hey, we're on week 8, and I feel like we've gone fairly good without too many bumps. Started on time.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're on air before the second quarter.
Look at all the things we're doing. It's amazing. Armani gets the shotgun snap and a run up the middle. Tough, hard run. Legs were churning there. Good block on the edge there by Ryan Aarons as well. Kind of pancaked his defender there.
Zane with the run.
Zane with the run up the middle. A little bit of a hard time seeing the scoreboard here, Kev.
Yeah.
Do my best. Looked like just a gain of 1 in that run. So again, Bobcats needing to, get some offense as we kind of looked through and everything. And again, this is kind of showing that they're just trying to run some clock out, do those things. So going to take a lot of that play clock out. Monty's going to keep it. Design quarterback keep there as he runs it up. And looks like he's going to gain just 1 more yard there.
I got a couple.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Bobcats here as they, again, taking their time getting the calls in from the sidelines. Lovell comes in holding the second in offense as far as total yardage. Bobcats coming in as number 12, I believe.
Yeah.
So again, that shows some age too, like we've talked about a number of times over the year. Just age and trying a new offense and everything. So be good to see Bobcats kind of take a big step forward. Handoff to Stam up the middle. He gets a nice block, and he goes 50, 40, 30, 20. Can he outrun him? 10, and he's going to get tackled down at the 6-yard line. What a great run by Zane Stam. Huge run there as Zane Stam breaks one right up the middle. Great handoff by Armani Dukes right up the middle, and I mean, Zane runs all the way up. Looks like even one of the Lovell players ran out of his shoe or mouthpiece or something.
Where did he get tackled at? The 5?
The 6-yard line. Yep. So a huge run there, and clock gets running again. But Bobcats in great scoring position. 1st and goal. Monty Dukes in shotgun with Zane Stam on his right side. Huge play by Zane Stam. Monty's going to get a high snap, but he's going to keep it run up the middle. He's going to gain a couple yards there, Kev. It looks like a gain of maybe 4. I think he got down to the 2-yard line.
Was that a 77-yard run?
77-yard run.
If I did it right? 27-yard line down to the 6?
Yeah, huge. Great play. It's got to be the longest run of the season for the Bobcats.
Yep. Trying to get you guys an angle here.
So with Pinnacle Bank scoreboard shows 9.5 minutes left here in this opening quarter. Looks like 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line, Kev, for this 2nd down play. He's going to hand off to, he's going to hang on to it. He's going to go in and score by Armani Dukes. What a great fake. He even had me. Thought he handed off to Chris Ahrens, and he's going to keep it and run around the left-hand side in for a score. So right away, Bobcats, answering exactly what they were needing to do and scoring right away for the Bobcats. Yeah, thanks for the sound effects, Kevin.
You're welcome.
We always appreciate that. And those of you that had your radio turned up a little bit louder so you could hear us now. We just hope you aren't in the car jerking the car into the borrow ditch.
Borrow ditch, there you go.
All right, and Brody set back to kick for Bobcats. The kick is up and is good. What a great kick.
Brody Sorensen kicked that?
No, that is number 11. Oh, sorry, Brody Welch. Brody Welch. Yeah, he had his name and he couldn't take it. So sorry about that, Brody. But anyways, good opening drive by the Bobcats. I mean, Bowker couldn't ask for anything more than that, other than he did say he wanted to take time off the clock.
Time off the clock. You have a 77-yard run, but
right.
It's the most important thing is putting points on the board, and it's not necessarily run that clock out.
Absolutely, and it was a great run there by Zane Stam. And again, I think, we talked about that on the car ride up here, Kev. We were talking about, what the Bobcats did last week and several, turnovers, dropping the ball. And we talked about, was it, maybe hanging on to the ball too long before we let it go in those option reads and things like that. And I mean, that was a perfect one. I mean, Monty trusted Zane to take it up the middle, and man, what a great blocking by the line as well.
And that was something we talked about, Coach Becker and I talked about, was, having Armani be able to take some of those early runs and not looking to hand it off right away, make them come to you so that when that read's there later, you've got that pitch.
Right,
so
right.
Armani had a couple runs there right off the bat, and is going to keep him honest.
Right. So big Cheatham back for the kickoff. little stutter step in. He's going to give it a good boot. Going to catch it at the 20-yard line. Here is Matthew Newman, and he's going to get hit hard there by Bridger Pyle. What a great tackle as he only gained 6 yards on the kickoff. And Anthony Cheatham with a fairly low line drive kickoff, but Bobcats feeling a little bit of oomph after that scoring, and everybody wanted to contribute. So good play there by Bridger Pyle. Good special teams play. So we'll see about this passing offense that's, like we talked about, leading 3A and
2A.
Or 2A, sorry. And then you're going to see an interesting matchup here down in your bottom corner, if we can get it here, with Cody Bomagen is going to be matching up against Owen Walker, one of their good receivers, as the handoff goes up the middle and it gains no yards. It looks like he may have even lost 2 yards on that play.
Mangus.
Yeah, Mangus, who is their leading rusher on the team. And you'll hear Mangus and Crosby a lot tonight, as Crosby's the quarterback, and Kevin kind of hit on his stat line for the season on what he's averaging. So, again, we talked about it, who's the pressure going to be on? Well, Lovell's going to feel some early pressure right here of, are they going to be able to respond, and are the Bobcats defense going to be able to play against this spread offense? So they're going to look here right away and going to hit his man, Braxton Felkins, as Crosby throws it for a few yards gain here, as he gains, let's see, looks like he gained about 6 yards on that play, Kev.
Had me faked out. I was following the camera down. I thought he was going deep to Wilson right off the back. Or Walker, I mean.
Walker, yeah, and I thought he had a step, but maybe with him having to roll out, he just wasn't confident in that throw. And again, I mean, Cody Bomagen, size-wise, I don't think Walker's probably seen too many, defenders that have matched him size-wise, as they're both 6'4", 6'5", and so that might change the way Crosby throws him the ball, if at all. So Crosby takes a snap here, not a lot of pressure, is able to go through his reads, and a great jump and catch there by Adnan Khan, and good play there by Lovell. First down play there. Sorry, Kev, I wasn't watching.
About 12-yard
gain.
game.
I wasn't watching.
You're all right.
So again, we're going to see a lot of pass plays here, and the thing about Crosby is he does run the ball a little bit, but he's a pass-first quarterback. So he's going to go through all his options, and he's going to look first, and then probably tuck the ball and run. But here he's going to hand off to Mangus. I apologize, that's Braxton Felkins, and he's going to run up. Looks like he's going to gain 4 yards on that play, and that's Braxton Felkins. So again, Felkins will stay in the backfield here. Mangus, who we've talked about with leading the team in rushing, he's in the slot here. There's spread out offense, 2 receivers on either side. Crosby in the shotgun. He's going to step back to pass again. Not a lot of pressure. He's going to have some time. Now he's getting flushed out to the side. So he's feeling some pressure. Catch is going to be made there by Blake Wilson, another one of their seniors. So their seniors stepping up today, having a few catches here. Not enough for a first down, but a gain of 5 yards, it looks like.
What number is Blake? It's number 3, right?
Yeah, correct. So it looks like it'll be 3rd and a yard here. So again, a chance for the defense to step up and play, try to get a stop here. This might be 2-down territory as they're across the 50-yard line.
Was it a 5-yard gain?
Yeah. Mangus with the handoff. He does get enough for the first down and is still running, churning those legs. And he's going to get a gain of about 6 yards on that run. 7 yards on that run. Well, the ref keeps moving his feet.
I stopped at 7.
How about 6.2?
I stopped at 7.
All right, and they're going pretty quick here as Crosby gets under center. He's got a T formation behind him. He's looking to pass, rolls out to the right, throws deep, wide open, and a breakdown in defense and a touchdown there by Adnan Khan as they set up as though they were going to run it and set up quick to try to fake out the Bobcat defense, and unfortunately I think it worked because Adnan Khan just was wide open and was able to get the touchdown. No defender around him, so big play there by the Lovell Bulldogs and a big answer for them as well as they came down. So at this pace, Kev, we might see some scoring going on.
I'm trying to figure out what yard line they were even on. 30.
I believe they were on the 40.
Are they on the 40?
Yep.
Mm.
So with 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes left here in the first quarter, we've seen both teams score. An interesting play here as the whole Lovell line kind of lined up to the left. Looked like they were just trying to get a quick pass out into the flat and then follow a bunch of blockers, but pass was way too low. So with that being said, Lovell comes away with just 6. So Bobcats leading 7-6, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Looking for a clean, comfortable room in Thermopolis? Quality Inn of Thermopolis offers great rates with your choice of king, queen, or family rooms with bunk beds. Choice Hotel members earn points while you stay. Reserve your room today. Call 307-864-5515. Amenities include free hot breakfast, pet-friendly, premium free Wi-Fi, indoor pool, truck parking, and more. Reserve your room today by calling 307-864-5515. Quality Inn of Thermopolis.
All right, folks. Well, Bobcat football not disappointing here on the final regular season as the Bobcats set to receive kickoff from Lovell. Big play there again for Lovell Bulldogs, as well as a 34-yard touchdown pass from Crosby to Kahn. Kickoff is high and goes to Del Dukes. He's going to get it on the 1-yard line. He's going to run it upfield here, right up the middle. It's going to get to the 20, 21, 22-yard line. Good deep kick there by Lovell. And Dale Ketchen going up the middle, kind of looking for his blockers. So Bobcats will start on 21-yard line here. So 1st and 10 for them. So again, after, a couple of scores here, I mean, Bobcats do have a 1-point lead as the 2-point conversion was not successful for Lovell. Bobcats leading 7-6. And again, trying to just, get the best play in that they can get in. And man, if they could keep this up with their running and everything, offensive line, kudos to them, doing a great job blocking. Fake handoff there. Looked like it was like a run pass option. Mm-hmm. And whoever the receiver was maybe didn't run the right route there. So a loss of 4 there by Monty.
Yeah, he looked up to throw it, and there was nobody
I don't know
where he thought they were supposed to be.
Yeah, and I don't know if it would look like – it looked like both receivers on this side ran up, and he was probably looking for a slant route. And those are all the football terms I know from here on out.
There you go.
Monty Dukes. Good hard count. Man,
got the yards back.
Yep, he's been working on that a lot this year, and we've seen a few games, Kev, where unfortunately it worked better on the Bobcats than it did. Oh, it looks like they are going to call it on.
No.
Oh, no. No.
They're like, you got to go the other direction, bro.
Yeah. So the Bobcats got confused there for a second. They were thinking they all of a sudden called it against the Bobcats. But so 5-yard penalty there. Yeah, gains those yards back. Nice. So 2nd and 10 now.
That was for the officials.
All right. Monty hands off again to Zane Stam. Zane Stam driving it up the middle, and man, gets slammed on the ground there by Halen Strom. He is the 5'11", 295 sophomore.
Just a sophomore.
For Lovell Bulldogs, yeah.
So he gets back to the line again and nothing more.
Right. And he not only tackled Zane there, he let him know it.
Him.
Yeah. Little off the top ropes action.
Looked like NFL blitz.
Right. Monty
For all
Dukes.
you back in the day.
Monty Dukes in the shotgun with Zane Stam next to him. Has receivers, 2 receivers on either side. Kind of a bunch formation here with getting Ryan Aarons in motion now. And Monty Dukes set to pass. He's going to throw deep, and it is going to be intercepted there by Mangus. And Mangus is he's still on his feet. He's going to try to run it back. He is now down to the 20, still making
Brody
headway.
Sorensen lays the wood to him.
Yeah, he did. Big hard tackle there at the end. But unfortunately, not after an interception there. Kind of a ball that came out of Monty's hand, pretty weird. It had a little, dare I say, Peyton Manning flutter to it. And Mangus able to kind of cut under the route and get the interception.
And he had his receiver deep. His receiver had the coverage beat. He just didn't put enough oomph on that ball.
Right, yeah. Kind of try to throw it on a rope a little bit more than maybe getting some air under it and letting Dell run under it. But
it was about 5 yards short of where it needed to be.
Yeah. And Mangus saw it from his safety position, was able to cut under that route and get the interception and then get a pretty decent run back after that, probably about a 20 or 25 return after the interception. Handoff now to Mangus. Reward him after the interception.
He might need a breather.
He might.
He ran a lot of yards around that field.
Looks like a gain of about 3 yards on that run, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Lovell Bulldogs, and they're on their own 15-yard line.
No, they're on the Bobcats 15.
Bobcats 15-yard line, sorry.
We'll get you lined out.
Yeah. We needed one more game. We have to win
this game. If you say baseline, I'm going to kick you out
again. What's their best baseline out of bounds play? Mangus again with a toss, and good tackle there by Zane Stam is a gain of 5 yards as he gets down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 4. So it looks like it'll be 3rd and 3 for Lovell Bulldogs. Again, looks like Crosby's going to get under center. He's got 2 backs behind him, both Mangus and Felkins. He's going to hand off to Mangus. Mangus still churning his feet, still running, kind of piled up here. Looks like he is going to get enough for the first down and make it down to the 4-yard line.
7-yard run.
Yeah, good hard run there by him too. Bobcats kind of stood him up. Looked like they were trying to strip the ball away from him, cause a turnover, but
all the way down to the
get
3.
It. So good run, good hard run there. Has Felkins in the position. Look, gonna go to the pass. And oh my goodness, what a great catch there by Walker. The big 6'4" tight end there as he gets a pass from Crosby as he rolls out to the right, throws it to the corner, and good catch in 2 feet actually in bounds. Only needed to get 1, but got both feet in, and good catch and score there by Lovell Bulldogs.
That was to Walker?
It was to Walker.
I apologize. He went right where we couldn't see him
where
there.
The block was. Good catch there by Walker, and again, Lovell can churn up the pace quite a bit there too, Kevin. You know, they're getting under center pretty fast, getting set up and getting into their offensive sets pretty quick. And they're going to set up to run a 2-point conversion again after a failed one on the last score. Crosby gets it, rolls out to his right again, kind of going through his progressions, comes back now, feels a little bit of pressure, and wide open again.
Wow, worked his way all the way back across.
Yeah, and again, Walker open again for that, kind of caught the defense all chasing the ball, and Walker kind of found an open as he saw his quarterback kind of coming back to his side. He just opened back up and got open. So after that score, that'll get the Lovell Bulldogs to 12 and your Thermopolis Bobcats 7. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the kickoff after this.
Pharmacy in Thermopolis to see what a hometown pharmacy really feels like. It's the only locally owned and operated pharmacy in town, and they are a compounding pharmacy to boot. They offer prescriptions, medical equipment, Medicare open enrollment, medication therapy management, and more. Vickland Pharmacy can save you time and money. The service you deserve from the neighbors you trust. Vickland Pharmacy, conveniently located inside Max Market in Thermopolis.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware.
All right, and we're back just as the kickoff is up and going, and looks like Ryan Aarons is gonna get it, and he's gonna get tackled at the 27-yard line. So not as good of a kickoff for Lovell Bulldogs as they got it clear to the goal line in the last one, but Ryan able to get it and get about a 10-yard return. So Bobcats gonna need to answer here as Lovell's kind of showing that they want to come out, and they're kind of doing the opposite of what the plan for the Bobcats is they're going to increase the pace while Bobcats are trying to slow it down. Monty in the shotgun with Zane Stam to his right, gets Ryan Aarons into motion. He's going to hand it off to him up the middle. Ryan Aarons has a couple good blocks, and he's going to get a good run there. Looks like he's going to gain, looks like about 5 yards on that run, Kev.
Yeah, going back to that 2-point conversion, I mean, Crosby did a really good job. He was getting the crowd over to the right, and he literally stopped and was getting kind of bared down on from that side. And that's a tough throw, kind of across your body going to the left.
Yeah, it was good. And again, his his tight end there recognizing that his quarterback was in trouble, and he kind of planted his foot and
rolled over with him.
Yep, sure did. Monty here in the shotgun again, a little tighter formation here for the Bobcats. Just one receiver out, and Del Dukes on the far end over there. Monty's going to get a high snap, going to hand off to Zane Sam, who kind of had a trouble with the handoff, but able to hang on to it. Good hard run. It's going to be enough for a first down and gain of 6 yards, it looks like. So good run by Zane. Zane running hard today.
And just kind of right up the middle like he did with that first big run.
Right. Yeah.
The snap was a little high, the handoff was a little high, and once they get the hands on it, Zane just kind of put his head down and squirted through the hole.
And that's, I would say that's the difference right now between last week and this week is that tough handoff was what was hitting the ground last year or last week. And then, and now this week they're hanging on to it, and that's good. So, got my score wrong again. Thought I updated it.
We got you.
Got it.
Stam up the middle again. He's going to get stuffed at the line.
Right. No gain there, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard shows just under 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Lovell Bulldogs 14, your Thermopolis Bobcats 7. Again, call coming from the sidelines.
I don't know if anybody at home's listening to us. We got a pretty good crowd out here.
Yeah, we do have a good crowd. And again, Bobcats just taking some time off. Want to get the right play in. Take their time. Monty gets it. He's going to hand off to Ryan Aarons. Ryan, good run up the middle. So running a little misdirection here as they get some pretty tight formations. He's going to run it around there. And it looks like he gained 5 yards on that run. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats. This is an important third down here, even this early into the first quarter, going to be important for Bobcats to maintain these drives. Again, if their goal is to run some time off the clock, they're just going to have to maintain these. So they're running some really tight formations here where Zach Hasty a lot of the times is out here and receiving side. Good hard count there again, but no, we've got some guys moving, but they must have not crossed that line of scrimmage. Look pretty close, though. Have a couple big D ends here waiting to pounce. Zane Stam, good run up the middle again. He's going to be just shy. Looks like about a yard shy, yard and a half shy of the first down here. So big call here.
It's going to be 4th and about a long 2?
2, yeah. So it looks like they are, for right now, it looks like they are going to
go for it.
Go for it.
We might try to hard count them and then take a timeout and talk about it. We'll see what happens here.
Looks like getting everybody set up in the right position where they need to be. We're going to have trips to the left here on our near side. And again, that is going to run timeout for the first quarter. And with that, that is your Thermopolis Bobcats 7, Lovell Bulldogs 14. We're going to take a quick break and a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.
Custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
All right, and we're back here after the end of the first quarter. Thermopolis Bobcats trailing 14-7 to the Lovell Bulldogs. Appreciate those of you listening on 101.7 KDNO and those of you watching our live feed on the Wild Today YouTube channel as well. Bobcats, as we swap ends of the field, Bobcats right here close to the 50-yard line. It's going to be a 4th, and now it looks a little closer, Kev. So 4th and 1. So Monty's going to keep it. He's going to run up the middle, which has been a very successful play for them. And, man,
they're going to give it to him. They're still pushing. We got a rugby scrum breaking out.
Man, some big yards. Never really halted forward progress. And I kind of, they ended up gaining another yard, but I almost wish they would have stopped it on that first push because then he kind of came back and then had to make another run at it. But he did
two.
He did. Got the first down and then almost lost it and then got it again. So without that forward progress being stopped. So good play there, good push. That's been a good play for them when they need those short yardage.
It's legal to push the player. You cannot pull them.
Right. So, it was a good play there by the Bobcats to get that first down. And again, now keeps that clock running and a new set of downs for him. So Monty in the shotgun with Zane Stam behind him. He's going to run an option here. Looks to hand off to Chris Ahrens and then hangs on to it. Lets Chris be his lead blocker. He's going to gain no yardage on that one.
Nope.
Just get back to line of scrimmage. The yard marker was guy was wanting to, or downs marker was wanting to mess with me. Go from one side to the other. So call coming in again, and again, just taking some time off the clock, just under 11 minutes here in this second quarter. Bobcats again staying in that tight formation and just trying to run some misdirection as well, getting guys moving in motion, handing it off as the guys are in motion. Hard count there by Monty. Monty runs an option, hands it off to Zane Stam again. Zane again gaining some yards up the middle. Looks like he gained about 3 yards on that play. Zane came to play today, Kev. He's running super hard.
Well, he got 91 yards, but had 77 all of them on one.
Right
out the gate.
That's right. That helps. That kind of boosts the energy, I imagine.
Helps your yards per carry, for sure.
For sure. 77-yard run for you or I might just be
I
the
wouldn't
night.
make it.
That might be the night for us.
Like, you think I'm going to go 77 yards? 7 yards. That's
Maybe
about
not
it.
with somebody chasing. Yeah. All right. Another good handoff to Stam up the middle. He's going to break a couple tackles, get down to the 30-yard line. So he's going to gain 16 yards on that play.
Yeah, from the 46.
Right.
Where'd he get down to?
To the 30.
Okay.
Great run again. So
that puts Zane over 100 now.
Yeah, Zane running again, just running hard. But, I mean, let's give it up for the offensive line. Probably have kind of caught the wrath a little bit on some of the offense for Bobcats not being able to block maybe as long as they've needed to and stuff. And, man, they're opening up some holes. And
those guys across from the blue are not small people.
No, there are no slouches at all sitting over there. So good hard blocking there by the Bobcats.
Whoop.
Oh, Chris Ahrens goes into motion and slips.
Timeout, Bobcats.
Had to call a timeout. So we're going to do the same here. We'll get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
All right, and we're back. Just about to come out of the timeout for the Bobcats. Again, coach is kind of fired up having to call that timeout. I think we weren't getting people in the right place, right position. Maybe Chris was trying to come out of formation and lost footing and slipped, and not sure if that just threw off the timing of the play or if the play clock was maybe getting down close to that they just had to call that timeout.
Who knows? all very sound reasons there, Kev.
All right.
Maybe it's just the end of the season. You can't hold anything back.
That was just when you needed to say yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened.
One of those 5 options that you said was probably it.
All right. As the Bobcats come out of the timeout now, set to run this 1st and 10 play. Monty's going to get Ryan Aarons in motion. He's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to run option. He's going to pitch it to Stam. Stam's going to get it, and a good hard run again. Great play there. Looks like he's going to get out just a little shy of the first down.
About 8 yards, I think.
I think so. Looks like, yeah, about 8-yard run. So, again, Monty making some great decisions here on when he needs to hang on to the ball and when he needs to let it go. And on that option play, he knows he's going to get hit pretty good when he lets it go, and he did it right at the right time, and Zane right there in perfect position to catch it and go.
And that's something I talked to Coach Bowker about. Was if you're going to work on that option, you've got to sell it. And Monty knows he's going to take a couple unnecessary hits for it, but that's part about being a good
Part
teammate.
of that play, that's right. Zane Sam up the middle again. He's going to get another good hard run. He gets down to the 7-yard line, first down.
It's about a 12-yard run.
Yeah, he's going to get a 1st and 10, maybe from the 8-yard line.
First and goal from the 8.
First and goal, yeah. Good play there. Stam's helmet looks like it came off, so he does have to come out for at least a play.
Yeah, Bridger Pyle, it looks like.
Yeah, Bridger will run in, so looks like, yeah, something happened to his helmet real fast, so he's going to need to get that repaired. But Austin's on it. She does a great job of taking care of these young men and making sure they're taken care of, so she's going to, looks like they're just going to get a new helmet. So Monty here in shotgun with tight formation around him. Bridger Pyle directly behind him. Ryan and Chris Aaron's going to go set some blocks for him. Monty Dukes try to run it up the middle behind those blockers. Looks like he's going to get no gain, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 8 for the Bobcats again. And Yarrington is going to check into the game here for the first time for Bridger.
I was looking at Zane Stam. I think he borrowed Cannon Bourne's helmet, if I looked at it right. I think he's got number 6 on the side.
Yeah, maybe he's been fighting something with it here anyway, so.
Oh, nope, he's down.
Get some corrections here
he's
on it.
He's not in yet.
Nope. So again, Bobcats getting play calls in, and we're at 7:35 in the first half here left. Bobcats down 14-7. Monty Dukes in the shotgun. He's going to go for that hard count again. I was wondering, they keep getting people to jump, but that time it looks like we are going to get an encroachment. See what the call is here. Yeah, be an encroachment on Lovell. So again, Monty doing a good job on those hard counts. Can level the jump there. So
half the distance will be about 4.5-yard line.
Right. So 2nd and goal here for the Bobcats. Monty with Chris Aarons in the backfield with him, waiting for that shotgun snap. He's going to get it. Looks like he's going to roll out, and he's going to hang on to it. He's going to try to get into the end zone. Going to hit a couple times here. It does look like he made a little bit of a gain. Gain of about 2 yards on that run is going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 2.
Here we go.
A positive play. Mm-hmm. So, I would say, they're going to go for this either way. So probably 2-play option here if need be, but like to see him get it in here on that 3rd down. And again, for any of you trying to see why, plays are going in and being delayed and everything, it's just part of the game plan. It's what they're wanting to do. So taking a little bit more time getting plays in. It's worked really well so far because they're getting lined up where they need to be. Monty with 2 in the backfield with him. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to hang on to it. He's going to make a couple runs and in for the touchdown for Armani Duke. Some good hard running there as he was hit a couple times as he was trying to get into the end zone and just kept those legs churning and able to get in. So good play there by Monty.
Yep, patient, found the hole there on the right-hand side and just kept pushing.
Yeah, got it right in, did a great job. So Brody Welch back out to kick the extra point. Successful extra point, the last one. Del Dukes set to hold for him. Oh, high snap. He's going to have to grab it, and he's going to try to run it. Looks like he's going to fake the pass. Oh, hard hit. And it looks like unable to make it. But, man, he definitely ducked his shoulder and wanted to get in there. So not able to get in for the, well, ended up being a high snap. They were going for the kick, but Dell had to keep it. So
he tried pretty hard. I mean, he gave him a good shot there on the goal line. It was he got overpowered. He's not as big as his brother is.
Right. No, and he had some momentum going, so it kind of looked like maybe he was going to be able to push in there, but that linebacker was coming hard too, so good hard hit there. But
met him at the line.
Yeah. So Bobcats will set to kick off. So, good play here. 6:20 left in this first half. Bobcats trailing by 1 point, just 14-13 after the unsuccessful extra point. Looks like Zane's getting his helmet situation all figured out, so he'll be good to go. So Bobcats, Big Anthony Cheatham here, set to kick off. He's had some pretty big highlight plays for the Bobcats this year on his kickoff, so always fun to see what he's able to do. And Lovell set to receive. They have guys back on about the 15-yard line waiting for this. Anthony does tend to kick a little bit more of a line drive, end-over-end kick. And Anthony approaches the ball. Good kick, end-over-end. It's going to be received about the 20-yard line by Mingus. Mingus is going to get hit early. And he's kind of still running, but kind of got hit at the 30 and then just kind of kept running down the 30-yard line. So about a 10-yard return on that.
I don't know if anybody saw this streak go across the bottom of the screen, but I'm pretty sure that was Austin Schlegel just hauling down the sideline. I think she runs faster than half the O-linemen do.
Right. Hand it off to her. Give her the ball.
Man.
Oh, she's coming back.
Here, a little slower this time.
It's not quite as important on the way back.
Nope.
So, Lovell set to take snap here. Has Crosby in the shotgun. Sends Kahn in motion. Ball hits the ground, but he's able to pick it back up, and tackle is made. No gain. So good hard play there by the Bobcats as ball does hit the ground, but Crosby able to pick it right back up, so no yards on that. Because he did tuck it to run, right? And it's just a
carry for 0 yards.
0 yards, yeah.
Looking at their stat plays here, they've run 7 running plays and 5 passing plays, all completions on those.
Right. We got trips to the near side here for Crosby. Crosby going to get the shotgun. He's going to throw it here to Kahn. Kahn's going to be behind a number of defenders, and man, he's got some wheels on him, so he is going to run hard up the side. He's going to get to the 50-yard line, so gain of 20 on that play. Just kind of set the...
Is that a forward pass or is that a...
it was down the sideline, so I think it was. It looked like...
I think it was a forward pass.
Yeah, because it looked like he stepped up, and then his blockers were there on the other receivers. So now trips go to the far side for Crosby. Crosby, he's looking to pass, steps back, and Cruz right there looking to catch him, and then pass then is completed to Blake Wilson as he makes it, looks like about a 15-yard gain, 16-yard gain from the 50 to the 34-yard line. And Cruz Mascaro, man, he had a beat on him, and he kind of ran at him, and then when it looked like he was going to throw, he stopped pursuing and jumped up. So looks like we're going to have to call a timeout as someone on the defense isn't out on the line. So with that, Bobcats not set up with enough guys out on the field, only had 11 guys out there. So so with that, we're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back after this.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
All right, and we're back here as Bobcats unfortunately need to call a timeout there. Just over 5 minutes, 5:01 left here in this first half. Just didn't have quite the right setup on defense. Missing, called a certain scheme in there, and someone maybe didn't know which one it was, so not able to be in there. Only 11 guys out there. And with Lovell moving the ball as they do, we sure don't need to go 11 against 12.
No,
So.
or actually
10 against 11. I have the rule book right in front of me. I'll learn it eventually. 5:01 left here. Quick snap here by Crosby. Hands it off to, I believe that's Mangus. And he's going to get a gain of about 4 yards on that. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go, Besson!
4:40, so clock running. Bobcats really need to get a stop here. It'd be great momentum for them if they could get a stop here towards the end of this first quarter. Go in at halftime, even if they could get the ball back. I mean, there's still a lot of time left. They could get the ball back and score again here. Get a takeaway from Lovell, stop them here on this end of the field. It'd be good for them to get a stop because right now, you know, Lovell's scored on both of their possessions. Crosby in the backfield. Looks like, or he's, good hard tackle by Jessen Bassey as he hits him just as he's about to throw. And looking to the sidelines to throw it, and Jessen Bassey coming in on the weak side there and just got him pretty good. Crosby rubbing his backside there, feeling that hit from the senior leader. Jessen been a great leader for this Bobcat team as one of the 4 seniors on it. So after that, it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Lovell. Crosby going to be in the shotgun here. Has number 11 Falcons in the backfield with him. He's going to get a quick pass again to Kahn. Kind of similar play to what they ran where Kahn got so many yards, and Del Dukes read that one. He wasn't going to get fooled by it twice, and he came right in and a good tackle right on the yard line there, right at the stick. So
what do you gain on that?
Nah, 0. 0 yards. So it's going to be fourth and 7. Yep. 3:40. So a huge play here.
They're going to take a timeout and talk about it.
Probably take a timeout as well. Hasn't called it yet, but the team's assuming so. Let's see what happens here. Clock running. It's going to let that play clock run down again. Probably trying not to leave too much time on the clock as well. And timeout is going to be called. So we're going to take a quick break as well. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
All right, and we're back here, Bobcat Football on 101.7 KDNO. Again, thanks for listening to us this evening, or if you're on the YouTube channel, YO Today. Just appreciate sorry, I just read a funny text that we're getting. We always get some live feedback as we're going live here. So those of you watching on
thanks for watching
YouTube.
We appreciate your feedback.
We do appreciate it. So always some commentary, which we always appreciate. So appreciate letting me read that in the middle of me trying to say something. Kevin, I already have enough problems.
You don't even know what
you're
you're saying anymore.
No, I don't even have. I have enough problems on my own. I don't need help. So Crosby after the timeout here, 3:14 left. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to run through his progressions, and Wilson's going to be there wide open. He's going to catch it, and good hard tackle. Oh, they're going to get an unnecessary roughness on Del Dukes, it looks like, as he tackled him down about the 4-yard line. I don't know if they're going to call a face mask on that, or yeah, they are going to call a face mask.
25-yard gain.
Yeah, and then half the distance to the goal.
2.5 yards.
Yeah. Dell came in pretty kind of flying off the other side of the field and just took him a little bit too high, wrapped up around his head, and got his hands inside the face mask. So the clock did stop, so it was 3:05. 14-13 level over the top of your Bobcats. It'll be first and goal from the 2-yard line. Again, we kind of have tough viewing positions here, Kev, trying to see the clock and goal line and everything. So Crosby's going to come up underneath center here. He's going to have 3 guys in the back. He's got big old Gruel in the back there, 6'2", 225. Looks like he might be a lead blocker. Would be surprised if Mangus didn't get the handoff here, as he's got 2 big. Nope, it's going to be a keep by Crosby. Crosby's going to run in. No signal from either ref. Looks like they did stop him shy, so did stop him short of the goal line. So it's going to bring up second and goal. So good stop there. Bobcats going to need to do that 3 more times here.
Yeah. See if they go big again. Coach Bowker mentioned that to me earlier this week.
Yeah.
But they'll, for fun, throw the big guy in the back when they just need a little extra beef.
Yeah. Looks like Crosby will go under center again. Same look there in the background. In the backfield, Mangus being the main running back, looks like he's going to try to take all the time off the clock as well, and they're going to throw a flag.
No motion?
That'll be,
What?
Tap the top of the head. It's going to gain a couple inches. So it's second and goal again. Not sure what that call is. Oh, looks like maybe they called encroachment. Coach Bowker asking for some explanation as well. So not sure.
Bad part is that now the clock winds and they're going to run some more time off of this.
Clock off, yeah. I saw that back judge put his hand up, so I thought maybe it was a delay of game. So 1:34 clock counting. Lovell fast up. Going to hand off to Mangus. Good. Oh, they're going to get another stop. Hanging on to him.
Wow.
Good job there by the Bobcats again, as Chris Aaron's coming in. And
Chris and Dell.
Yeah, man.
Or Armani.
Yep, came in and really hit him at the goal line. And Bobcats going to call a timeout here with 1:15 left. Bowker really trying to get that timeout. So good, hard defense here. And with that timeout, we're going to take a quick one. We'll be right back.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
All right, and we're back after the third and final timeout by the Bobcats, stopping the clock with 1:15 left. Score of 14-13 Lovell over the top of Bobcats. Lovell really, they kind of stay in a huddle, and that time they try to get a quick snap off, and Monty and Chris Aaron's doing a great job of meeting him at the goal line and pushing him back. So it's going to be third and goal now for Lovell.
See if they try to get cute here.
Yeah,
they're going to
like
spread it out now.
Yeah, going to go spread offense. And I would be surprised if it didn't end up maybe being a quarterback keep here. And it is right up the middle. And he's going to rush in and go for the touchdown, as they just decided to spread them out and then just run it up the middle that way. So Bobcats, have no choice but to defend all of those players, because I imagine if he sees somebody not being defended, he's going to just take the ball and then throw it. So in that case, he saw an opening and ran right up the middle. So looks like Mangus is also their place kicker here. So they're going to attempt a field or an extra point here. As kick is up and is good, and that will give the Lovell Bulldogs 21, your Thermopolis Bobcats 13, 1:12. We're going to take a quick break as they get ready for the kickoff. We'll be right back after this.
Your work hard for those you love, putting in long hours because your family's hopes and dreams are worth saving for. That's why Bighorn Federal offers multiple ways to save. Our products can help you start saving for more immediate needs and future goals today. Talk to your local branch about an interest-bearing checking or savings account, education IRA, Roth IRA, CD, or health savings account from Bighorn Federal. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, and we're back here as a lot, like Kevin said, a lot of our local fans showed up for the game, so that's fun, and our cheerleaders as well. They were able to make it up and make the trip this Friday for Bobcat football, so it's always nice to see them as well. So thanks to them for doing such a great job as well. Most of our away games not being close, which it's kind of weird to think that a 2-hour drive is close, but this year it sure is. So Lovell set to kick off. Kick is up and is good and is going to go to Ryan Aarons. Ryan Aarons catches it about the 10-yard line. He's going to run it up the left-hand side. Still running. Got a lot of people on him, and he's going to make it up to the 30-yard line. So a return of about 20 yards, so good hard run there by Ryan Aarons. Didn't go down after first contact, so that was good. So Bobcat's going to have to kind of turn up the pace now with just 1:03 left here in this first half if they want to score. And not only that, but they also are going to have to come out and Lovell will receive the second half kickoff as well. So this might be a really important drive to try to get some quick points up on the board. Now they're going to have to go 70 yards in order to do it. So if they could draw up another 70-yard run for Stam right here, that would be A-okay. Fake handoff there. Armani Duke's going to throw it deep to Dell Duke. Still, able to get a hand on it, but not able to catch it at the 35-yard line. And that was a really well-thrown ball by Monty. Dell did have 2 defenders on him, but it still had a step on Mangus. And, man, maybe half a yard shorter.
Just missed it.
He could have got it, but I think he got one outstretched right hand on it. Both Mangus and Newman on defense on that one. Probably always going to lean a little bit more towards Dell in that. And 58 seconds left, so about 4 seconds off the clock on that play. Monty set in shotgun here. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Going to go to Zach Casey. Zach Casey now is going to step back to throw it.
Leveled.
And he's going to throw an interception to Mangus as he just kind of gets too much air underneath there. And Mangus with his 2nd interception, he's making his way back as well.
Bodies everywhere.
Yeah, and he's going to get stopped and tackled down at the 35-yard line. So again, a little bit of some trickery play there by the Bobcats as Monty hands off to Zach Hasty, who I believe runs as their backup quarterback, and he goes to throw the play. So, and then like you said, after the interception, then it just became mayhem down there.
Zach took a shot down here.
Right.
I'm seeing, I don't know who got laid out down here, and there was just, I think at some point people were just looking for somebody to hit, and there was bodies flying everywhere.
There really was. So Lovell going to take over now at the 36-yard line, 39.7 seconds. The way Crosby can throw it, Bobcat's going to need to be careful not to let him score again here. And they're going to bring a blitz here. Does get picked up. He's going to roll out to the right, kind of directing his receivers where to go, and ball is up and is no good. And I believe that's the 2nd incomplete pass maybe intended for Wilson in the end zone.
It would be his, 2nd incomplete pass on the night.
Right, and Crosby there, he kind of got into trouble, started rolling out to the right, and then started kind of directing his receivers where he wanted him to go, and threw it into the back corner of the end zone.
Crosby he did a good job identifying. He saw Armani coming up on that outside linebacker position. He called him out early.
Right.
And then I think he knew he had to move that pocket to the right.
Yeah. Yep, because he had that pressure coming. Crosby here, 2nd and 10 31 seconds left here in this first half. Crosby going to take the shotgun snap, roll it to his right again. He's going to throw it deep again. Man, just wide open, but it throws it too hard, and it is going to go out of bounds as the pass was intended for Wilson again. And that's one he'd want back for sure, because Wilson got away from defenders, and he was left wide open, but almost a little too much zip on that pass. Like you said when you were watching him warm up, he can sling a ball around.
Yeah, he can spin that thing pretty well. Yeah, he had Wilson wide open on that right side, and our DB just lost him back there.
Right. And something Bobcats will have to kind of, I see a little bit of, guys looking at each other and talking and stuff, and they're just going to have to make sure they take care of each other here, especially at halftime, take care of each other. Don't get mad at each other. Shotgun snap, roll to the right again. They're going to try to run. It looks like the same play. He's going to keep it, tuck it, and he's going to run. And he's going to gain probably about 5 yards on that run. So it is going to bring up 4th down and 18 seconds left.
5-yard carry.
Kind of the 3rd time in a row he went to that same play of just getting it and then rolling out to the right, which obviously right-hand passers are going to be more comfortable rolling that way so they can throw on the run. So taking their time here, 21-13 on your Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lovell Bulldogs over the top of your Thermopolis Bobcats. And probably going to go to 4th and 5 here for Lovell. And they're going to call a timeout. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
All right, and we're back after the Lovell Bulldog timeout here. They're showing 4th and 5 with a little over 18 seconds left in this first half. So Lovell really trying to come out and get another score. Bobcats really need to hold them off on this play. I imagine if they do, they might just take a knee and go into halftime. Again, Lovell going to get that second half kickoff. So really, really important for the Bobcats not to allow another score here, I think, at the end of the half.
That'd be a tough one, going down 2 scores, and then you have, like I said, you still have to make that. I keep looking at 5-point differential on the other side.
Right.
Right now, you're not just down.
You're not down 8. You're down, yeah.
You're down 13 right now.
Right. Yeah, and that's important, right? So I mean, two touchdown scores down. So Crosby set in the shotgun here. And he's going to take the shotgun snap. He has trips here to the left. He's going to roll out to left. He is going to throw it to the sideline, and it is going to be
incomplete.
Dropped. So incomplete pass, as Wilson had to kind of come back for it and dive for it and unable to complete that. So good stop there by the Bobcats, doing exactly what they needed to do. 11 seconds. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. I would imagine after that interception on the last play that kind of had an interesting return.
It's the end of the season. You can't hold anything back.
Yeah, but maybe in this instance it might be a good idea to kneel on it and let that clock run and regroup at halftime. But there's a reason I'm up in the booth with a headset on.
Coach McLean's up here in the booth with a headset on.
For more reasons than one, for sure. And play is in for the Bobcats. Monty Duke walk up, and it does look like they're going to go into just kind of a protection formation here. And Monty's going to take it and kneel down on it, and that will bring up the end of the first half. Your Thermopolis Bobcats 13 and the Lovell Bulldogs 21 as they go in at halftime. So Bobcats going to need to do some regrouping here at the half and come out defense ready, maybe get a turnover and get that ball back early into this game. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the Hot Springs Health halftime show right after this.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
Dairyland and Hot City Coffee. It's your destination for your coffee fix or the perfect spot for lunch. The place you know for afternoon fun is also where you can try their full menu of burgers, specialty lattes, and blended drinks.
Don't forget to try the ice cream varieties and sweet treats too.
Open 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays. Find them at 510 Park Street. Dairyland and Hot City Coffee, your hole-in-one choice for Thermopolis.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
All right, and we're back here for our Hot Springs Health halftime show. And again, Kevin and I definitely enjoying our time up in the booth.
There you go.
Today for sure. So Hot Springs Health halftime show again. Just appreciate an amazing facility, amazing staff that we have at Hot Springs Health. We're very, very lucky in the small community that we have to have such an amazing facility. People from all over the basin coming to our facility because of how outstanding, top of the line it is. And so appreciate not only the staff and the facility, but also just appreciate everything they do in our community for, anything and everything that comes up. You always see them helping it out. So appreciate them, all of our sponsors here on 101.7 KDNO and also on the Wild Today channel on YouTube. Appreciate you guys spending some time with us this evening on the Bobcats' final regular season game in hopes of, like Kevin alluded to, a 5-point or more win over Lovell. So the scoreboard does show them down by 8, but technically down by 13 because they do need to win by 5 or more. So with that being said, how about we go, it's pretty amazing when we're able to make it to the start of the game and all the way through. We're able to run stats and have stats at halftime, so we could talk about those. And so what are your quality in halftime stats?
Let's take a quality look at those stats here. Number one, we talked about in pregame, Davin Crosby. He's kind of the guy, and he's shown that out there already today. 4 rushing attempts, 8 yards, and a touchdown. But more importantly for him, he's 9 of 13 throwing the ball, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for him. Mangus, the primary ball carrier, 7 carries, 24 yards, no touchdowns for him. Falcons, 1 carry, 4 yards. He also has a catch for 6. Kahn, 3 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Wilson, 3 catches for 46 yards, no touchdown for him. And then Walker, who we thought maybe would be a little more heavily involved out there just by his size alone. Only 1 catch for 3 yards, but that's a very important one with 1 touchdown for him. Offensive totals, 36 yards on the ground for the Lovell Bulldogs, 121 through the air for a total of 157 yards of total offense. Let's move up to the Thermopolis Bobcats, and offensively, total number, you're only looking at 10 yards less for the game, 147 yards, and how that breaks down is Armani Dukes, 10 rushes, 10 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. Unsuccessful for him through the air so far tonight. 0 for 2 with an interception. Zane Stam, 10 yards, 127 yards on the ground, 77 of those coming on 1 run for him. And then you're looking at Ryan Aarons, 2 carries for 10 yards. And Zach Hasty comes in on the end-around pass play, throws a 1 pick on 1 attempt. So offensive totals for the Bobcats, I've got 147 yards. All on the ground.
All on the ground, yeah.
All on the ground. So
and
147
also,
yards
right.
to 57.
And
157.
Yeah, and kind of going back to his, Bowker's estimation of what he wanted to do into the game, and that was kind of like keep it on the ground, keep the clock running, and the way you do that is you keep running the ball, and that keeps the clock running. And so with that, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, 22 attempts on the ground and just 2 pass plays, or 3 pass plays by the Bobcats. So 25 plays for them. 147 yards to show for it. So
right, yeah, and Bobcats being successful on 1 of 2 extra point attempts. That's where they got to their 13 points, and then Lovell had an extra point that was successful, and then they had the 2-point conversion of Crosby throwing it to Walker as well to get them to the 21. So. Yeah, Bobcats needing to come out. They are going to come out playing defense first, and that is your quality in halftime stats. And appreciate, again, their sponsorship in that. We're going to take another quick break, and then we'll come back with some keys to the second half right after this.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones. And we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Wyoming Waste hopes that all Fremont County sports teams dismiss their opponents like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste services Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
All right, and welcome back to the Hot Springs Health halftime show. And Kevin, we were kind of talking there during that last little break about, some more keys to the second half of, what are the Bobcats going to need to do. A couple of them look similar to what they looked like at the beginning of the game. So what do you have for us?
Yeah, again, having a plan to your success or to your future is one of your keys to success. Having a financial plan is one of those. Go see Travis Winger at Edward Jones to set up your financial plan. So the first key that I have is we kind of talked about it. They've got one turnover and downs the Bobcats have forced. You're down 8 points. You've got to force a turnover or at least stop them on a fourth down play here. Otherwise, they've scored on every other possession. There hasn't been a lot of possessions because both teams have kind of run that clock out.
Right.
But you're going to have to come up with some extra possessions in the second half. Key number 2 is I've got defend the pass still because I don't think Lovell's the kind of team that's going to come out there and say, well, we're going to come and run the ball. We're going to ground and pound it. They're still going to do what they do, and they're going to throw the ball, and they might shorten up some of those routes and do some, 5-and-outs and things like that.
Right.
But you're still going to have to keep defending that pass. And then key number 3 I have, before we started the game, it was win by 5. Now that number has increased, and you've got to win the second half by 13 if you want to be playing next week. So the magic number has now moved from 5 to 13.
Right.
And so we basically, I'm going to guess Coach Bowker probably went into halftime and said, we have one more half of football to make this work.
Right.
Basically, we're coming out with a whole new second half. We got to win the half by 13.
Right.
This is where we're at. So you've kind of thrown that first half out the door, I guess. So. Those are your keys to the second half, brought to you by Travis Winger and Edward Jones.
Yeah, and again, thanks to all of our sponsors, because again, without that, we're not able to do this. And in order for us to make it now to that first playoff game, and it's been a while for the Bobcats to be in that, and so I'm sure Bowker talked about that as well, about what are we going to do. To make sure, you don't want it to be your last game for your seniors. You want to, let their season keep going as well. So, encouragement through that as well. And even as they come out and they're stretching and stuff, Bowker's got a group here, really talking to them about what he's wanting to do and what he's wanting to see. And Bobcats could come out in the second half and make a statement, kind of like they did in the first half, where, they came out and immediately had some big plays and were able to score early in that first quarter, and that was huge. And so I think they need to come out now on the other side of the ball, and they're going to have to defend it, and get a stop. And like you said, in one of those keys of the game of causing turnover or getting them down, to where they can't run the clock anymore.
And I still like, you're talking about how they come out here at halftime. I'm kind of watching them as they warm back up, and I like the energy that they've come out of the locker room with right now. A lot of chatter, a lot of noise, not even just by the players. I hear the fans out here kind of trying to keep them pepped up. So I like the energy that we see coming out. They're not really hanging their heads or anything.
Right.
I think they're like, well, we're down 13. We still got a shot, and I think we're going to probably see some pretty tough playing out there by the Bobcats here in the second half.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm excited to see what they're able to do here. And so with that, again, we want to thank Hot Springs Health for our halftime show. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the second half of Bobcat Football right after this.
Looking for a clean, Clean, comfortable room in Thermopolis? Quality Inn of Thermopolis offers great rates with your choice of king, queen, or family rooms with bunk beds. Choice Hotel members earn points while you stay. Reserve your room today. Call 307-864-5515. Amenities include free hot breakfast, pet-friendly, premium free Wi-Fi, indoor pool, truck parking, and more. Reserve your room today by calling 307-864-5515. Quality Inn of Thermopolis. Stop in to Vicklin Pharmacy in Thermopolis to see what a hometown pharmacy really feels like. It's the only locally owned and operated pharmacy in town, and they are a compounding pharmacy to boot. They offer prescriptions, medical equipment, Medicare open enrollment, medication therapy management, and more. Vicklin Pharmacy can save you time and money. The service you deserve from the neighbors you trust. Vicklin Pharmacy, conveniently located inside Max Market in Thermopolis.
Thermopolis.
All right, and we're back here just before the kickoff. Bobcats going to kick off to Lovell. And there is a few more minutes left here in the halftime, but looks like both teams are really getting ready here a little bit earlier, and so they're getting set to kick off. Bobcats are going to kick off to Lovell, and with that being said, it does look like we're going to still be a few minutes out before this kickoff, so we're going to take another break with our sponsors. We'll be right back.
As a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics, there's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
And we're back here for the second half kickoff. Brody Welch set to kick off for the Bobcats, another freshman. He's going to kick it up. Good high kick. Does hit the ground at the 25-yard line, picked up by Mangus at the 20, and is going to be tackled down at the 30. Good long extra blocking there by Braxton Felkins.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure Zach Hasty did not get the tackle.
He was, at least 10 yards from that tackle.
It was.
Play to the whistle.
Yeah, that's right. Bobcats, again, could make a big statement here. I think, getting to start out on defense has kind of been the key to their team this year. When they've played really well, their defense have played really well. So looks like, Lovell's going to come in their tight formation, no receivers. Going to fake that. They're going to run a flea flicker, and wide open is Kahn. He's going to catch it at the 45. He's already at the 35-20, and he's going to be caught and tackled by Del Dukes. And they're going to throw a flag again on Dell, it looks like, on the tackle. And I'm not sure if they're going to think he got him with the horse collar or... Oh, they're going to call a face mask again. I didn't see that one. It looked like he was behind him, but they're going to call a face mask tackle again on Del Dukes, unfortunately. So
they're going to mark him out at the 19.
Looks like the 15. The 15, and he's going to get halfway to the goal on that one. So I didn't see that, Kev. I saw Dell come over and tackle, but I didn't see the face mask in that.
Got a 62-yard gain on that, plus the
big
penalty.
play. And they're going to run it up the middle with Mangus here. And good stop. I mean, he did gain a few yards, gained about 5 yards on the run, but they did stop him close there. Again, a kind of a big play there, big adjustment at halftime. Level set to look like they're just going to pound it on the ground like you said, and they did exactly what you said they were going to do. They're going to do what they've done well. Crosby going to keep the ball. It's going to be a quarterback keep. Defense almost gets him, and unfortunately Crosby dives in for a touchdown, and that will be a big opening drive for Lovell here as, man, hate to see that, unfortunately. Not what you want to have the way the second half to start off with. It was a good deceptive play on Lovell's part as far as just showing that they were just going to run it up the middle and then run in a quick little flea flicker, and a Kahn who's got some wheels on him. I mean, he again breaks free. Extra point by Mangus is up and is good, so that will put Lovell Bulldogs at 28 and your Thermopolis Bobcats 13. So a quick strike by Lovell Bulldogs coming out after the second half to go up by 15. And now that, unfortunately, that number grows a little bit more, Kev. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
All right, and we're back here for Bobcat football. Kind of a dagger here early for the Bobcats, and a big hole now that they're going to have to dig out of here. Man, a tough play there. You know, Lovell wrote something up pretty good coming in after halftime. Mangus set to kick off with Dell Dukes and Ryan Ahrens. Ryan's going to get it at the goal line. A little slip, but he keeps his footing under him. He's going to run it to the left-hand side. Going to make a couple good moves. Going to make it to the 30, 35, 40, and almost to the 45, 44-yard line. Good return. Great turn there by Ryan Ahrens, as he kind of had to back up to get the ball and even slipped a little bit. But then once he got his legs churning, did a great job. So got to the 43 and a half yard line. Looks like refs are going to, there is a little bit of stoppage here. They're going to talk.
Not sure what the flag is going to be there. It's on the 40. So it's about 4 yards back from where the ball's spotted.
Right. Having a little conference here deciding what the call's going to be. Not really sure here. Coach is also kind of wondering. So again, Bobcat's going to have to come out with a fast answer after.
This is a really long conference.
It is, yeah. It looks like it is against the Bobcats. See here what the call is. Going to call a personal foul on the Bobcats, and that's going to be 15-yard penalty after a good return by Ryan Ahrens. They're going to call a personal foul, and again, or unnecessary roughness. Again, without being able to see that, I'm not really sure what happened there. We do have Charlie Slagle up here. Maybe she can help us get to replay